Good evening. Tonight I want to talk about something I see more and more when I work with fabrics and collections. Very often when we talk about creativity in fashion, we immediately think about design in the narrow sense of the word. The cut, the shape, the construction, the details, the styling, and of course, all that matters. But here's the point. Sometimes a garment does not become interesting because the design is complicated. Sometimes it becomes interesting because the material gives depth to a very clean design. And I think this is very relevant today because many brands are looking for the same difficult balance. They want pieces that are clean, wearable, commercial, and easy to place into a collection. But at the same time, they do not want the product to look flat. They do not want it to feel generic. They do not want minimalism to become emptiness. And this is exactly where the material starts doing a huge part of the creative work. When I say visual depth, I'm not talking only about prints or strong colors. I'm talking about texture, surface, movement, and the way light reacts on the fabric. I'm talking about the way a material creates shadow, softness, density, and visual energy. Sometimes even a subtle irregularity can completely change the perception of a garment. So imagine a very simple shirt, a very clean line, nothing dramatic, no special tricks. If you make that shirt in a fabric with no life and no vibration, the result can be correct, yes, but also forgettable. Clean, yes, but empty. Now take that exact same shirt and build it with a fabric that has texture, a fluid movement, a slightly crinkled surface, or simply a more sophisticated reaction to light. Suddenly, the same design starts speaking. The silhouette is still simple, but the garment is not simple anymore. And this is what I find really interesting in my work. When you work closely with fabrics, you start to understand that materials are not just technical choices. They are a language. They are a tool of identity. They are a bridge between creativity and product. It's not only about saying, wait, this is a nice fabric. It's about understanding what this fabric does to a clean idea. Does it make it richer, sharper, more modern, more emotional, more desirable? Because in fashion today, you do not always win by adding more. Sometimes you win by choosing better. And I think this says something important about the moment we are living in. Many collections are becoming more essential, more reduced, more focused. But essential should not mean boring, and minimal should not mean weak. The strength has not disappeared. It has just moved. Less into overcomplicated design, more into precision, more into materiality, more into the quality of the choice. So for me, one of the most interesting questions today is not only what is the design of this garment, but also what is the material doing to this design? Because sometimes that is exactly where the personality of a collection begins. So I'm curious, when you look at a garment, do you focus first on the design or on what the material is doing to that design?